They say the city shapes men, but some shapes are hard to undo. Daniel left for the city with dreams, a better life, success. Maybe even a future for Amara, but the city was loud, fast, unforgiving, and it had no room for promises made in the village. The first few months were hard. He slept in shared rooms, worked menial jobs, missed home, missed Amara, but slowly, the city swallowed him. Then came Linda, a bold, ambitious girl, with eyes that dared and lips that challenged. She wasn't like Amara, she was fire. And Daniel, tired and hungry for attention, fell into it. One moment of weakness became many. One night turned into weeks, and Linda fell pregnant. When she told Daniel, he stared blankly. Fear gripped his heart. How can I explain this to Amara? To my family, so he ran. Packed his bag one evening, left Linda without a word. Left the growing baby inside her. Left the truth behind, but truth doesn't stay buried. As Daniel returned to Amara, something came with him. A weight, a spirit, a curse born not just from broken vows, but from an abandoned life, and a woman left to suffer. Linda, angry, alone, ashamed, spoke words into the wind. Words carried by pain, fired by betrayal. May your joy turn bitter. May your home know silence. May your love taste like regret. And those words were heard, not just by air, but by forces watching. Every hidden chapter finds its way into the final story. What you run from may meet you at the altar. After 3 long years in the city, Daniel returned, changed. The boy Amara once knew, gentle, eager, loyal, now stood before her, confident, grown, but distant. Still, her heart believed. He knelt before her. With tears and trembling lips, he said, I've seen the world, but none like you, Amara. Let's fulfill our promise. She didn't ask questions. She didn't doubt. Love, they say, believes all things. Soon after, the village gathered to witness their traditional union. Drums echoed, women danced, elders blessed, 2 souls bound by history and by blood. But something was missing. Daniel's smile didn't reach his eyes. His mother noticed, Amara noticed, but no one said a word. As weeks passed into months, joy faded from their laughter. Their bed remained cold, not by distance, but by silence. They waited for a child, and waited still. Then came the dreams. Amara, waking at midnight, sweating, seeing shadows whispering her name. Daniel, hearing a baby cry in the forest, but no baby to be found. One night, Amara found Daniel sitting alone. His eyes were hollow, his voice cracked. What if we'd been cursed? He whispered. Amara stood frozen. She remembered the blood they spilled, the vow they made, and the spirit they called to watch over their love, even in betrayal. When love is forced to prove itself through forbidden acts, it may bind not just hearts, but souls, and souls don't forget. Back in the city, after Daniel left Linda unnoticed, months passed. Linda suffered in silence, alone in the hospital, alone in the dark, alone during childbirth. She labored in pain. But what burned deeper was betrayal. As she held her newborn son, she whispered another curse, not from love, but from heartbreak. Let the joy you stole from me be stolen from you until you return it. Let every smile you built be haunted by the cries of the child you denied. And may the fruit you plant elsewhere wither until justice is served. She didn't even believe in curses until she started watching Daniel's life from a distance. Daniel didn't know that while he was dancing in Amara's wedding, another curse was watching from the shadows. That while he was praying for a child with Amara, his firstborn son was coughing blood in a clinic. The blood covenant with Amara had bound his soul, but the curse from Linda had bound his seed. Daniel was carrying 2 chains, one from love, one from betrayal, and neither would break until the truth was faced. Every sin carries weight, but betrayal carries voice. And when the ones we hurt weep in secret, their tears can become curses, and their silence becomes thunder. Daniel broke a vow, but he also broke a woman. And now, he is facing both. He never said anything to Amara, neither about the Linda, nor about the baby he denied. People whispered, maybe Amara is barren. They were too close in childhood, sometimes that causes problems. Daniel began to grow distant, again, and Amara. She started having strange dreams, a crying baby, a woman in the shadows, staring at her, holding the baby, saying, "This is mine, you were never the first." One day, Daniel fainted at work. No sickness, no warning, just collapsed. When he woke up, he saw an old man sitting by his hospital bed. A janitor, they said, but he wasn't cleaning anything. The man looked at him and said, "You broke a covenant. And the blood is crying." Before Daniel could ask what he meant, the man disappeared. He looked everywhere. No one saw him enter. No one saw him leave. He was shaken. The past was coming back. Back at home, Amara started bleeding again. This time, for days, no pregnancy, no miscarriage, just blood. She fell into depression, praying, fasting, asking God for mercy. Then one evening, while walking home from church, a stranger stopped her, a tall man, holding a Bible. He looked her in the eyes and said, "Sister, what you're going through is not ordinary." He didn't know her. She had never seen him, but that was the beginning of their spiritual awakening.